Alright guys, it's been a hot minute since I've discussed EA Sports Hockey League. So today's video we're going to go into what you should be doing on defense when playing sixes. I'm No Sleeves 12. Oh no! Oh no! Get montaged! Alright, so first and foremost is going to be gap control, especially in the neutral zone. This is probably the most imperative thing when playing defense for sixes, and here's the reason why. So in sixes, what you want to do is meet your opponent at the blue line, meaning that in the neutral zone on the rush, you want to time it so that you literally meet the guy with the puck at the blue line. And what that does is it stops zone entry, or at least disrupts it enough so your other players can get back and help out. What too many people will do is just back skate all the way into their zone, allowing zone entry, and then you have way too much time and space for your opponent to make moves and passes in the neutral zone and get set up. So gap control in the neutral zone is the first thing that you need to learn to at least get a little bit better at playing defense. So next up is defense in your own zone without the puck. This is also extremely crucial. So let's discuss what happens when the puck is on your side of the ice. If you're a right defenseman, it'd be right side, left defenseman, left side. So when the puck is down low in the corner boards, that's your area. What too many teams, and what this is codependent on your center as well, you need to discuss who's going to put the pressure on down low. Meaning that if you're going to be the one, which you should be, the defender should be the one in the boards down low, blocking the play and at least stopping it from getting any worse down low on the right or left side. Your centerman needs to be in the slot covering the other player there, along with the weak side defenseman. The weak side defenseman is the one farthest away, covering the winger looking for the one-timer. So what you want to do is when you're in the boards down low, you need to be aggressive and put the pressure on. Honestly, an easy way to strip the puck is to just L1. It's a stupid, grimy tactic, but in 18, that's how unfortunately the game is. You don't want to just rely on L1, obviously, because you can get moved around quite easily, but too many defenders will come off the boards. If you're down low on the left or right side, and they're passing along the boards up to the middle of the boards as well, just stay down low, because that takes away that pass, and behind the net is where so many teams do their damage in sixes, and being a defender that's along the boards and takes away that play can help your other wingers and your centerman out to get the puck back. So probably the most important and imperative tip to playing defense, which is also extremely basic, is your job in the defensive zone when you don't have the puck and you're covering the one-timer. Your job when the puck is on the opposite side of the ice as you. So if it's in the left boards and you're the right defenseman, your job is to make sure that that weak side winger, the far one that's trying to get that 1T, is your man. Do not even look at the puck and what's going on. I mean, you can take a half glance, but if you get that guy off of you, if he breaks away from you just a little bit, and that feed gets thrown through, that's going in the net 9 times out of 10, and that's one of the plays that cannot happen as a defenseman. One-timer goals from the slot, it's just not really acceptable. That's the most basic thing that defenders in sixes need to learn, and once you do that, at least you have a ground to stand on as far as playing defense. Quickly, let's discuss classes and builds. Currently in NHL 18, there's really only 3 that are viable. One would be two-way defenseman, the other would be puck moving, and the third would be offensive. Puck moving and offensive are the fastest and most agile. You can make up for a lot of speed and whatnot on the rush by using those classes. Two-way is a little bit better as far as defense goes. You'll have a better skill stick, as well as you'll be able to actually hit someone, whereas with puck moving and offensive, you'll get bodied quite a bit. But this is probably going to change in NHL 19 with the new custom builds and whatnot. So, but for this year, it's really just those 3. Next up's a pretty simple one. This is basically how to not get walked. When you're in a one-on-one situation and you can't meet them at the blue line and they're not going to have any other passes to make, this is where you can use back skating and fall back towards your goalie a little bit more. What you want to do is just hold out the defensive skill stick, make sure he doesn't get it near his feet, but between you and the puck and him, and just keep moving back, but slowly. Don't go back as fast as he's skating forward, because you don't want to just fly into your goalie. What you want to do is just slowly back up, so at some point he's got to make a move, and as long as you're not going up and pressing up so that you actually stop your momentum from going backwards and pushing up, that's how you avoid getting walked, because what happens on defense is guys will go to make a move and the defender will step up to go hit them, and that's when it's all over. Alright, next up is breaking out. This is essentially what separates every other average defender from the great ones. If you can break out properly every time, then you are insanely valuable in league gaming or just sixes in general, because that's a lot less time in your zone and a lot less turnovers. A couple things, it's super dependent as well on your other players, meaning that if you get the puck in the defensive zone, whether it's via takeaway and you're behind your own net and your entire team is out past the blue line, you're pretty screwed regardless. But if everything is being played correctly and your centerman is right in front of the goalie or in the slot for that easy pass when you're behind the net, you should be in okay shape. So a lot of easy ways to look at breaking out mostly are through your winger. Whether if you're behind the net and you go all the way to the weak side winger, meaning the one farthest away from the play, that one's safe, but again, your winger can sometimes be bodied by the guy at the blue line if he's pressuring, and that only takes a simple one-touch pass to get out. Alternatively, what a lot of guys will do, including myself for the longest time, is if you have the puck and there's no one near you, okay, you're not being pressured a lot, you have some time and space, what guys will do on defense will force passes because they don't want to have the puck at all, and that's what you can't do. If you aren't getting pressured on defense, pretend it's like Hutton versus, and you're just skating the puck up by yourself, and then making a pass and play when you actually have to, when you're being pressured. A ton of times, a lot of useless turnovers will happen because guys will just get the puck and they're just outside their face-off dot. No one's near them, and they'll try and fire a pass to that far side winger or just straight up the boards to their center, and it just results in a turnover because the neutral zone's being clogged. So this one takes some vision and some practice to get very good at, but if you can become good at breaking out as a defender, you're in a great position to be extremely good. Alright guys, I hope this helps you play a little bit better defense in sixes and club. Again guys, if you're not on leaguegaming.com, stop wasting your time. It's the most competitive sixes league on the internet, and it's insanely fun and well put together. Alright guys, I'm NoSleeves12. Have a good one.